of two, wife of one. It is June 15th, 2015, and I'm here today to talk about some great tips that I've discovered when it comes to planning a vacation. Myself and my husband and my children were all going on vacation in just a matter of days. In a few days, we're going to be gone for a week, and this will be our first family vacation as a family of four. We've been away with our son when he was a lot younger, and we had other people with us, and it was a learning process. But now, as a family of four, I know I need to be a lot more organized to make sure the trip goes off without a hitch. So the first thing I did, because I am a planner and I do things very, very, very far in advance for the most part, we decided on our vacation destination in November or December of last year, giving ourselves 6 months to not only save money to go away, but also figure out exactly where we were going to go, what would we need to purchase to make sure we had a good time. And also, we invited a couple other families to join us, and we figured 6 months would be enough time that they can put in time away from work and figure out if they had in their budget to join us on our family vacation. So first, we decided on the place to go, and again, we did it 6 months in advance. And then one thing that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks is making a list of all the things that I need to pack, not just for myself, but for my husband and my children. For any other wife out there, most wives have to pack for their husbands. When my husband and I got married, he told me that his father always packed for his mother always packed for his father. That's what he was used to, so he just assumed that was the wife's role. And not saying that that's not a misogynistic way of thinking, but because I am a planner, because I do things far in advance, and I'm the one that does all the laundry, it kind of makes sense for my situation. Man, it makes sense for yours, and that's fine. As long as the packing gets done, it really doesn't matter who does it. So I made my own checklists, as you can see. Made them just regular Word document. So this is all the things that mommy has to pack for herself. And this is daddy's list. As you can see, it's a lot shorter than his list is a lot shorter than mommy and daddy's list. And I also did it for our children, just so I can stay organized with what needs to go in each suitcase. And this week I'm also focused on washing clothes and making sure that everything that I plan to pack for us has been washed, is dried, is clean. It doesn't require going to the cleaners or replacing any zippers or buttons. That stuff really should be done far probably a couple weeks ago, but fortunately all of our zippers and buttons are intact, so we don't have to do that. Another thing to think about, if you're going on vacation to a place that has amusement parks, especially if you are a parent, we are going to a couple amusement parks while we're out of town, and one thing that I found to be helpful is that a lot of amusement parks, probably all amusement parks by now, you can purchase the tickets online. And when you purchase the tickets online, it's not like a movie theater where you have to purchase a ticket for a specific day and time. If you buy a ticket for an amusement park, let's say Kings Dominion, if you buy that ticket for Kings Dominion, more than likely that ticket is going to be good for the entire season. So we purchased our tickets. We did it in increments. So we had this 2-pack pass that was $70 that would allow us to go to 2 different parks anytime we wanted to all season. So what I did was, because I couldn't fathom in my mind putting down that much money at one time for 3 people, because my daughter is going to be free because she's a lot younger, I started buying tickets in January. So I bought the first 2-pack ticket in January, bought the next one in February, and the next one in March. So by the time we get here to June, all 3 of us have our pack passes paid for. So even if we don't have money to do anything else while we're out of town, we know we can go to this park every single day that we're there, because I already bought those tickets well in advance. In terms of packing, and everyone says to roll up your things really, really tight and to try to leave room for souvenirs. That's one tip that I haven't really been following, and I'm going to try to. And where we're going, we probably aren't really going to buy souvenirs. We've been to this place a few times before, but it is kind of key. Only pack the things that you need. The place where we're going, we're going to be at a timeshare, so we'll have a washer and dryer at our disposal. And because of that, I don't plan on packing too many things, because we can re-wear a lot of the same clothes. We're not going there and impress anybody. It's just going to be us. So I don't have an issue re-wearing a dress or some shorts or whatever. Another tip for packing is to make sure that, shoot, I had it at the tip of my tongue. Oh, when you overpack. The only thing that I always overpack is underwear. So if I'm going somewhere for 7 days, I always pack at least 10 pairs of underwear. Even though there's a wash and dryer that's going to be there, it just makes me feel better because you never know what's going to happen. You never know how many times in a day you're going to have to change, especially if you go to an amusement park where they have water rides. You're not going to want to come home in soggy underwear. So it's good to overpack these things. And even though there's a wash and dryer available, if I do laundry all week at home, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to feel like doing laundry when I'm on vacation. So I would always overpack on underwear. Always, again, just pack the things that you know you need. You need room for souvenirs, and you just need room in general because we always end up coming home with more things than we left home with. So I think this vacation is going to be fun. I think it's going to be great. Some key things to make sure you have on your checklist when you're going on vacation. Make sure you do not forget to bring sunscreen to protect your skin. Make sure you don't forget to bring your lotion. Now, the lotion we use in the house is the kind of lotion that you push down and it comes out. So I always buy what I call travel lotion, and that's just a lotion that has a cap on it. So that way when I'm packing it in the suitcase, there's no chance of something bumping into it and it's spilling all over my clothes. That's the last thing you want is to travel and be all excited when you get to your destination to open it up and see that you have lotion or perfume or whatever over all of your clothing. That's just not a great start to the vacation. Make sure you keep a small plastic bag full of change just in case you go to toll. So have dollar bills, have change. Mark your route before you even leave the house. That's another thing that I do. I print out the directions to wherever we're going, even though everyone has GPS nowadays and we're planning to use ours, just in case we get to a place where the service isn't great and that my GPS isn't working. Where are we? Where are we going? Do we make a left? Do we make a right? I'll still have those physical directions in my hand to make sure that we get to where we need to go. Also, if you are the passenger, it is your job to keep the driver awake and alert. Even if you don't get on the road until 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon and he or she should be wide awake. If you're driving for a long distance and that scenery starts looking the same after a while, it's very easy to get tired no matter how much sleep you got last night, no matter what time of day it is. So it's your job to not only keep the driver awake and alert, but to make sure that the driver makes the right turns. So you're in charge of taking care of the map or the GPS. You're in charge of the music. If you're like me and you're the mom in the passenger seat, you're in charge of making sure that your children have things to play with in the car. Something that doesn't require a lot of pieces and something they can fit comfortably on their lap so that they are entertained for the entire ride. You're in charge of making sure there's snacks. Try not to get anything that's too crumbly, something that's going to make a mess. You know, there are a lot of tips online about packing and about road trips. These are some of the tips that I employ, that I love, that work for me because, again, I'm a planner. So hopefully these work for you. And if you do plan on traveling this summer, the main thing is to be safe, to have fun, to understand that when you are on vacation, you are letting yourself go. Don't think about anything at home. Don't think about any bills that need to be paid. Don't think about that person at work that you can't stand. Don't think about, what your child did in school this year or whatever. If you're on vacation with your family, with your girls, or even by yourself, it's all about having fun and letting go of everything that's at home that stresses you out. Because once you get home, those issues will still be there waiting for you. So take that time, however long you're away, to just enjoy yourself and have fun. Okay? So safe travels this summer, and I'll see you all next week.